Welcome to AnishforU, and today we're going to build something at the top of the mountain. So we got a beautiful place here. It is already occupied by these buildings, so we have to destroy it and get the place by ourselves. And by starting down, it is quite easy. You don't have to lay down any map or anything else. You just have to make a square place by placing 8 these blocks, stone blocks, and 8 by 8, so it is 16 by 16 meter. So it is quite small in that sense, but it's going to be much bigger. And so don't worry, almost all of the items you need in your base, you can just put it in there, and you have to level up sometimes. Yes, it is. So it is 8 by 8. I think it is 8 by 9 right now. So I have to delete one part, one row. So try to make it symmetrical, so you can build it properly, or your build going to be easier. You can make it smaller and taller, shorter, anything you like. It's just building type, or how much space you actually record in your base. I wish to make a separate build, so I need all of the items, all of those crafting tables and magic table, the guilders table, everything. So for that reason I make it slightly bigger. So what we need is these iron beam, and we're going to push it down like that, so we can get a very good support here. You can also place it 1 meter up, 1 meter down, like we always do. That's also work, but for the height and all that, I personally recommend this particular style, this edge of the floor, iron floor, stone floor, sorry. So we're going to place the iron beam like that. It is quite easy. Leave the corner alone, and because we're going to, we cannot just place some beams there. So make it high enough, so you can make it quite high. So don't worry, you can just place it like that, and it's all vanilla. For all of people are asking me about, it is all vanilla, so don't worry. If I use any mod, it's going to be some farming mod or some extra items and all that, nothing else. So that's the design. You can just leave it there and go do your business, or you can just continue the process. And we're going to place these 1 by 2 meter stone wall, and we're going to surround it like that. So it is quite easy. So now we are going to place these 2 meter by 4 meter beam stone wall, and we're going to place it like that up on the 1 meter by 2 meter stone block, and it is easily surrounded by, you can easily surround it, the thing by it. So, and you can just cover the part, cover the left out part by using 1 by 1 stone block. And now the first part, we're going to use shift key, and we're going to push it down, these beam, wall, the stone wall. We're going to push it down, not push it down, push it inside. So it's going to be looks like this. So it actually gives a very good depth in the build. So we're going to continue the same thing for the another tire, these 2 meter by 4 meter beam, 2 meter by 4 meter wall, sorry. Then we're going to push it down again for the second time and for the last time. So maybe it is slightly complicated, because it is really hard to place the beam like that, but keep trying, and you're going to success. And you don't have to do it in exact mode, so you don't have to do it like that. You can just continue but you can place it from here. Yes. Now it actually looks quite nice. It is eye tracking, nothing else. So just see what actually looks good, and you can also increase the height. For me, the actually base is slightly bigger, so I have to increase the height to make it actually proportionate to the reference drawing. But if you're making a smaller version, you can just put it as it is. So we already covered the thing, totally covered the thing with the stone wall, and we don't need the iron beam anymore. So we just cover it totally. And now we're going to place this 26-degree inverted one, wood wall inverted one. So it actually looks like this. And now we're going to place the wooden floor here, this 2 meter by 2 meter wooden floor. So we're going to cover it up also. Obviously, these all processes are going to take a lot of time because it is quite big, and so I have to skip a lot, like I always do, skip a lot. So now our top portion is ready. Actually, the main base, you can say that. So we're going to decorate this part. Obviously, there is some problem here and there because the length not going to match properly. So don't worry, it is all about yourself. So you can just make it slightly different, or it's happened all the time. So for this top beam, we're going to place it inside 1 meter, around 1 meter, and trying to make it so that you can actually get a proper connection from each end. So you can surrounding not going to be uneven. So as you can see here, 1 meter apart, we are going to place this 2 meter beam. It's covered by it like that, and we're going to place this one. So we're going to make a door here later on. So don't worry, I'm placing it like that, simple enough. And now this is a cage floor, cage wall, and we're going to place it like that. It is quite easier than I thought. So actually going to cover the whole place down. It's really odd looking actually right now, but after we completing our window, this big window, it is actually not going to be look so bad. So don't worry. So we are done here, and we are going to cover it up with this beam and this 2 meter beam. And obviously you have to point your cursor on the middle one, so you can just place it easily. If you try to do it otherwise, you may face some problem like I do there. So place the pointer on the middle beam, and you're easily going to do that. As you can see here. So that's actually quite good. According to the reference drawing, you can see it in the thumbnail. So as per it, the windows should be slightly bigger. So we are going to add another 2 meter. So it is already 6 meter in total length. So we are placing the iron beam like that, and we're going to cover it with the dark wood and all that. But I think it is actually quite okay. So previously what I plan to do is separate those like that, but we're not going to do that in final form. So in final form, I'm going to place it similar to the bottom part, and we're going to cover it up with these iron beams. You can also cover it up with normal beams, but I prefer this high length structure. Normally there is some problem with these problem with the load bearing capacity and all that, so don't worry, you can just put it like that. And don't even think about making these angle one. The support, you don't need it, you are going to use it later on. So first of all, don't make those angled one as per this part of the build. So you can just delete those. You can also do that. So we're going to put two stage or two stage of, sorry, there is some problem. Two stage of roof, 26-degree roof, because 45 going to be very sharp angle. So we're going to use a smaller one, 26-degree angle, and we're going to place this corner one like that. It is quite easy, and now we're going to cover it up. And actually the snowfall is very heavy snowfall is there, so I can change the weather, but I don't wish to, because I actually like this snowfall. If you have any problem with viewing the particular item, you can just pause it down a bit. I think I should change the weather later. So it's quite good. So now we can place, if you place it like that, we can do another one, and then it is actually out of the load bearing capacity, so it is really problematic right now. If you make it a smaller one, it's actually works quite well. So we're going to support the top part by using these 26-degree angle beam, iron beam, and it's going to provide some support, not a lot of support, but some support is there, so we can finish the job. Actually, if you make one tire smaller than my design or my build, actually one tire means 2 meter down. You can, if you just do that, you don't face any problem. But for now, I'm slightly it's actually slightly problematic. It is load bearing capacity is very low right now, so everything is almost red. So we're going to put the inclined one, the sloped one, inner slope. So we place the roof also similar to that. So we're going to get a middle blank space, so it's going to be used as a smoke clearance and all that, but we have to put a roof over it. So you can just get a snap point here or something like that and cover it with the beam. We change the elevation intently because it's going to be slightly bigger. So actually some part of the build we didn't do it 2 layer, so we are going to cover it up with these beams, dark wood beams, and going to continue through doing it all around and sideways also. So these 26-degree angle beam also used for the side one, and now we're going to put some support here. And for the support, you can align the beam like that with the column, and you can just place it like that. It is quite easy. Maybe sometimes you didn't or you're going to miss some portion, but it's quite easy to do. And now, as we already told you earlier, we have to do it similar to the the lower part. So we're going to cover it up like that. Now we're going to cover it up with these crystal wall. So at night actually looks quite nice, this crystal wall. And it is also very easy to build. Obviously very hard to build if you don't have a cheat code on. So if you're planning to do it in your vanilla or the main build, please don't do that. All those crystal, it takes a huge number of crystals, so you can just skip it and use some part with the crystal and just cover the other part. You can also do that. And we're going to make a door here, entrance. So one by one, this placed like that. It's actually quite good. Every time I'm trying to record this kind of video, I'm always done it at around 3 a.m. or 2:30 a.m. So it is really tiresome, and I always do that every time I making the edit. It's always at night, so it's really problematic for me. So there's that, and we're going to cover these inside one with those small one or small beam or the big beam. These bigger one, you can also place it like that. Just place it to cover the ugly iron beam, and you can just go through the inner portion as per the trailer of the video or something like that. You can say that, I think. So it is quite easy to build the inner part. It is just some tire of the wooden structure, and you can make it even interesting if you're trying to make a step by step. Step by step means 2 meter area. After 2 meter, you can just make a small portion of a area. You can also do that, and otherwise you can just make it like what I plan to do. Is not planning, I already did it. So problem, I have to cover the beam actually, so it is going to be, yes, that is a problem with any internal beam. So it's actually okay here. So now I'm going to make it a balcony as per the reference photo. And it's quite good enough. So we cover it with these carved darkwood part, and going to cover it with beams, some darkwood beams. So obviously it is 2 meter in height, so it is actually not that load friendly, but the reference drawing actually had that, so that's why I make it like that. And place a light here. You can place the light here also. This 1 meter beam, wooden beam, you can place the light here. And actually in the top, as you can see, I already put some lights, so it actually looks quite nice from downstairs. And that's it, I think. for that balcony, and for the door we're going to place a wooden beam here, so we can attach the light properly here. So that's it. It is almost the end part of the video. So what I did next is going to extend the wooden stair, not stair, yes, wooden stair, and continue to the top of the build. So this top of the build going to be our main part, and I think that's it. So thank you for watching our video, and if you don't like to go, just leave the video. You can just go and click the subscribe button and bell button and all that. See you next time.